Alright, this is going to be a little bit more of a laid-back video than my last two speedrun videos I've done, but this is just like I won't call it like a tutorial, but I'm going to make it like a informational video about like alchemer switching, because I think using dual alchemers, and not even alchemer switching, but like reload switching in general, is probably one of the it's one of the most fun things in my opinion, in this game. But it also just massively improves the DPS of a lot of these dual shot guns, like alchemers. It works with like things like the Wintergrave, and I don't have any because I'm poor, but it definitely works with shit like the Orbit gun and the Mixmaster, because those things are nasty with reload switching. But basically you just you're shooting and then you're switching to another, because okay, normally the way it works is you shoot 2 shots and then you reload. You get 2 shots and then you reload. But see, if you shoot and then switch to another gun and you shoot, you never have to reload because it doesn't save like a clip size or anything. So you're basically circumventing the reload animation and allowing yourself to shoot faster. Now you might notice I'm actually going pretty fucking slow right now, and that's because the shooting animation is pretty long. If you shoot and hear me mash, I'm mashing the switch, it doesn't let you switch until you put the gun down again. But you can circumvent this with shielding. So, and shielding is really, really fast. Like, it comes up instantly and you can drop it right away, like very quickly. So what you do is you shoot, shield, switch, and you can go pretty fast. Honestly, it's easier if you have a better internet connection, but because like you can get like lag spikes and shit and it'll mess you up. But you know, generally the lower your ping is, the faster you can do it. But you know, if you go really fast with it, you can get some actually crazy damage output. Now, another little nuance of this is alchemers, which is why I love these guns so much. They, if you can't afford getting a Mixmaster or an Orbit gun, alchemers are your next best option. And alchemers, because they do a ton of damage, and not normally. Like, this single shot, it's alright. You might do like a quarter of an enemy's health if you're hitting them for like a super effective hit. What's neat about alchemers, and you've probably noticed this already, it's like their main trait, is the bullets will ricochet. Like, see that right there? When it went behind them, boop. And they always go to the left visually. So if I'm facing upwards, they will always go to the left. See that they're always going over here to the left, and then you saw the double ricochet there. And this is like visually based off the way your character's looking. So if I face to the right, they'll go up. And then, you know, you'll get the second bounces that still go to the left visually of the direction that first bullet went. So like if one bullet goes this way and then bounces left, the next ricochet will bounce left respective of that. So it's kind of weird. And then the charge shots, of course, they just they explode outwards, and that's kind of hard to do near the wall. But they explode outwards. It's 4 bullets that go outwards, like diagonally. And what you can do with this is you can abuse this really well. It's really easy against, I'd say the easiest mob to do it against is gun puppies, but you can really abuse it against zombies, you know, the slow moving ones. Because their sweet spot is like right there on their hand. If you hit like their right side hand, the bullet will ricochet, but it'll hit the enemy, and then it'll hit the enemy again, and it'll ricochet inside of them and do ridiculous damage. So, and that's usually how I kill gun puppies in my speedrun, is I would just do a charge shot. All of those bullets would like, to kind of illustrate this concept, imagine like this is the enemy here, like back there, and then all the bullets like that. It's fucking crazy the amount of damage you get. So we're gonna go into Royal Jelly King, and you're just gonna casually run through it. I'm not gonna be doing a speed run of this right now because I'm, you know, just talking. But yeah, this mission is my favorite mission to Alchemer switch in, because it's consistent, one thing. It's always the same every time. So, you know, I can memorize it. And the enemies are really basic. I think the only real difficult enemy to kill in this is the Silkwings, because I can't hit them super effectively with the slowed out. You could technically bring a 3rd weapon slot, but that would require a change. Like, I could put a Barber's Thornblade in, I'm gonna stand over here. I could put a Barber's Thornblade in weapon slot 3, but See, the problem is for controls, I just want to show this off real quick. See where it says defend is on right click and attack is somewhere. I don't know where it is. You'll probably see it. You can pause the video here and look at my controls, but I don't know where it is. It's somewhere, but anyways, basically what I do is left click to attack, right click to shield, and then space is on next weapon right here. This is what I use to switch weapons. So if you were to do weapon switching more traditionally, or you can even do single weapon switching with the basic keybinds. You need to use these weapon 1, weapon 2, weapon 3, weapon 4 keybinds, which I have on like close buttons, so I can do it. But I don't really have the muscle memory for it, because I just don't. I don't do it very often. What you could do is here and put the where's my Umbra? There it is. And I gotta like learn this real quick. Umbra's on E, and then the Magma's on Q. So see, I can go back and forth between these really quickly. But what you would do is, I can kind of do it, but then you would have to do it like that. And you can do like single weapon switching, like with a sword, if you wanted to do something like grab a Winter Grave, say, and you know, like here I'm using my sword, I'm doing sword stuff. And then what button is this Winter Grave on? It's on Q. So you go bang, you know, do whatever you want, and then that's kind of weird. Space Q. All right. I fucked that up. But you know, you get the basic idea of that. Is you would use the bind to switch specifically to that weapon if you're using more than 2 weapon slots. But since I have just 2 weapon slots, I can just use next weapon to go through them like that. So that's basically how I do it. But you know, there are multiple ways to do it. And there's the bounce. I always see I've like ingrained the habit of I always aim for the rightmost enemy just to get the bounces more effectively. And I'm even going to, there's like small optimizations, like see I hit that slime there and then use the ricochet to check this block for the switch. And I can do that again here, hopefully. No, I didn't get any ricochets. The ricochet is kind of RNG, so it's random on whether I fucked up right there. Whenever I reload, that's a mistake. Like, you never want to reload, it's super slow. Oh, there's the switch, but there's one more enemy down here, I think. And there he is. Oh, he's gonna put spikes below. There we go. So pretty easy to clean that out. Yeah. But I think the ricochets are definitely like the most interesting element of using alchemers. And you have to be like conscious of things like these explosive blocks, because if I'm shooting at enemy, oh, big blank spike there. If I'm shooting at an enemy, like say over here, there's an enemy like right here, and I shoot at him, it might do that. So you have to be conscious of your surroundings, all the enemies around you, all that stuff. So I don't know if it has like a homing properties, because it does seem to like target the ricochets, seem to like target sometimes, but I have no idea if that's actually true. And you can see how quickly I just eviscerated those 4 enemies and just walked into the explosives like an idiot. But like, if effective alchemy switching has some insane DPS. And I also got a poison vial, that's lucky, because that's good for deleting. And here's another thing actually. Say like I'm standing here and I can shoot like about here. I didn't get it. But you can hit switches from around corners, and you can do a similar thing with the Mixmaster and I'm trying to think of its name. The Orbit Gun. You can hit through like one tile thick. It's called lockpicking. There's like a text thing for it, but you can basically hit ghost blocks through other blocks, like through indestructible blocks. And there's a couple like puzzles in the game you can skip by doing that. And this is usually my strategy for dealing with Silk Wings, because I just charge up a Magma Driver shot to try and light them on fire. Usually when I'm speeder player, I don't even bother with these small snaps. They don't drop any damage, so they're honestly not even worth killing in a normal playthrough either. Yeah, they're in my way. Yeah, they're not even that dangerous because their attack is very slow. I didn't get close enough. I found the switch quick. Oh, I didn't mean to step on that. Okay. That's fine. I just don't get as big of a charge shot. I'm gonna wait for the smaller ones to get out of the way. Right there. That's big. Oh, I only got one of them. An interesting optimization you can do that I've thought of, I've theory crafted, you know, if you were to say speed run this game with like a group or a party, you can have one person stand on the button, the other person walks through, and you leave the party and then you rejoin them on the other side. And then they activate the party button on the other side, so that's an interesting thing you can do. You can't do that on the boss levels because it locks your party. Alright. So let's see, I'm gonna actually clear these guys out because they're gonna get in the way of my movement. And you know, I'm not on a time crunch to set this up quickly. And up ahead, I'm gonna, because this room has 4 rocket puppies, not rocket, gun puppies, excuse me. It has 4 gun puppies that are gonna, hopefully I can one-shot them with my magma. For one of them spawns right here, so I'm just gonna kill him. Oh, I was off by a little bit. Oh, he broke my shield. That's surprising that I got stunned by that. Wonky hitboxes, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, so because a lot of the elements in the game, like see these bushes and these rocks, are on like a grid kind of way. Not rocket puppies. I always say rockets because the ones in Vanna, but gun puppies are on a grid too, also, so you can line up. Let me kill this one actually. Yeah, you can kind of line up with them on like this is their grid tile, and you go a little bit to the right. And I missed it. Alright, well, it's a little bit to the right of them is the sweet spot you want to hit. I'm just gonna kill this one. Oh, Vitapod, that's nice. Alright, so this is actually easier to illustrate because you see the floor tiles, and I like line up on the edge, and bop. Deleted. I always assume you can shoot out of that wall, but you actually can't. And that's the first floor of Royal Jelly King. It's pretty fucking easy. And then, you know, this last room is I don't know why it did that. The last room is just a arena, which, there are, if you memorize the spawns, I think it's like the last wave, there's, like 4 slimes that spawn up here. You can nuke a lot of the spawns, like, right away with, Umber Driver charge shots. Yeah, like this. Like, I like them to group up as much as possible, so I'll, like, run circles around them, and try and, like, group them up, and then get, like, big charge shots like that. You do run the risk of taking a lot of damage, like, being close to them. But normally, this is how I like to just cycle around them and shoot at the rightmost enemies, and you can usually just decimate most enemies like that pretty quickly. I only have 1 poison vial, so I'm actually not going to whip on these Silken. What are these Silkens doing? They're actually not surfing there. I think I got both of them with that. Or at least I got one of them. Oh, that didn't hit? That was such like a Hail Mary shot. Alright, there we go. Silken's kind of very small in the boxes, so it can be kind of hard to hit sometimes. But I actually got a sweet spot on that one with the ricochet inside. Yeah, see, that's the wave I was talking about there with the 3 that spawn right up against each other. And you can kill all 3 with 1 charge shot if you get good. I fucked up. And I charged my magma driver, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the wall. Might as well, you know, not waste the damage. I missed that. Yeah, and you can just power through enemies with dual powers. It's very, very strong loadout. There we go. I actually fucked up and got a reload there, but it was fine. Yeah, I actually haven't maxed out my magma driver yet, but they effectively have the same, both of my drivers, because the Umbra is level 10, and the magma has a CTR low UV on it, so they actually have the same charge speed. Funny enough. I'm almost certain you can't hit this. Yeah, you can. It'd be funny if you could, though. It'd actually be a great skip there if you could hit that. should do a little theory crafting. Maybe you can stand here. No, then the angle's too bad. How close can I get to this block? Nah, see, you can't shoot far enough. If you could, if like the bullet traveled a little farther, this would actually be a great skip, honestly. But I don't think it's possible for it to go that far. No. A little bit of theory crafting, but yeah. I don't think you could even get that with like with a orbit gun, like because orbit guns can only do like 1 block deep, I think. Anyways, enough fucking around with theory crafting. I'm sure it's probably possible, but not with alchemers. Yeah, speed up. Yeah, but normally when I speed run, I just really should run through this route because none of these kills are required. Obviously, you just grab that and put it on the platform there. Try to get these enemies closer so they take more damage. It's hard to get ricochets off lumbers alone. Oh, I broke a couple of ghost blocks down there. I mean, I gotta go through it. Oh. And that's the problem with ricochets. Sometimes you kind of can't control what you're destroying. And I have to go the whole way around now because I destroyed those ghost blocks. Luckily, though, the devs were smart enough to connect those ghost blocks to this section here. So, yeah, good on them. So you don't get blocked out by non-respawning ghost block. I guess they could have just made that block respawn. Another speakers. It's gonna be okay. I don't know what happened to this enemy. I kind of forgot what was going on. Sometimes enemies will do that when you what the hell? Okay, I got like lagged. I'm lagging. Help. I'm holding W, honestly. But sometimes when you dash, it'll break aggro enemies. So something I should do against the banner more is just dash out of his line of sight to get free blitz meals on him. But basically, when you dash, it just breaks line of sight or aggro. Oh, I actually need the slime instead of the turret. Yeah, see, that's difficult when the rightmost enemy is closer to you, because they don't ricochet the real enemies. Also, the strategy I like to use when playing this room is like to just destroy this bottom block over and then charge up with magma, so I can kill the turret and then put a beam here, and it'll funnel all these enemies in here, and they just get destroyed. And the lumber actually can't get to me because he can't fit this one block space. And this guy doesn't even get aggroed. So very clean and efficient. Just go through this room. Of course, the only necessary kills in this entire like 3-room diagonal section is this last room, which is the hardest room. But you know, nothing crazy. It's just the room we just played a little bit more. The only problem here is soulings, and honestly considering that poison is an effective way to go with these guys. Really let them like check this out. And then you poison them, magma driver, and then they kill the lumber for you basically. So this room would become a lot easier. But that would rely on me getting poison vials that early, which I don't know. And the reason I make so much of a fuss about poison vials in this room is because they're really good at killing silkwings, and they're really good at killing the boss. So having poison vials is nice. Of course, if you get a curse vial, they just annihilate a silkwing. Like if you curse a silkwing, it's toast. Its life is over. This room is not really much to talk about. It's the same. It's like 4 of the same rooms. You just find the switch, get moving. And since I can shoot so fast, I actually find the switches pretty quickly. I'm gonna kill all these enemies, actually. I think it's pretty fun to spawn all the enemies. I'll get the key out of here, though, just so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, get back in there. Some of the enemies got stuck in the bottom room, I think. This doesn't look like all of them. Unless I've accidentally killed someone with ricochets on the way. Oh, that was a nice ricochet, though. I like when the back posts Oh yeah, see, here's the rest of them. This boost. I don't know this boost. Yeah. I definitely do enjoy this mission, just like I just love it casually because it's a great mission. And also it's a good mission to farm for if you want to get the I wouldn't say they're great swords, but they're definitely fun to use the sealed. I don't remember what the elemental one's called, but the Grand Faust and whatever the Divine Avenger. Those are great swords. I mean, they're not great, but they're fun. And you get the 3-star version of them here from this mission, and also you get the Antiguas, which are very good. I honestly love the Argent Peacemaker. I'm talking about the swords still. In this room, not much to talk about. It's just you go through the middle, and then you have like a kind of a small combat area on the side here. And this is probably one of the tougher rooms in the entire mission, because you can definitely blow yourself up on these attacks if you're not careful, which is why I kind of like to shoot them before I get to them. But I'd say the best thing to make this room a little easier for yourself is to not forget that you can stand on these outside areas. You just need to be careful and stay with the pattern. Like, you can stand here. You know, it's not off limits, so it might look like a small arena, but you definitely have a lot more space to work with. That guy's behind. This guy always spawns behind a block, so I can never actually one-shot him right away. Unless, you know, I have to reposition myself, and also that was terrible. Alright, there we go. He died with the burn damage. Okay. Actually, it might be a little easier to one-shot him with the block, because you can ricochet. Oh, it lagged forward. That's kind of bad. What I was going to say is you could ricochet between him and the block here. Oh, whatever. Yeah, and now at this point, you only have to do 3 out of the 4 rooms, but I'm going to do the 4th room, just, you know, it's fun. In this room, again, kind of a basic. It's, you know, you just hit the 4 switches and get moving. Why did I charge magma here? I'm stupid. But this room actually gets extremely difficult if you're trying to move through it quickly because you're not killing enemies. It's none of the enemies are required because you just have to hit the buttons and then get the key out. I think the lumbers are required to kill. But, oh wow, this guy's destroying me. Real quick, let me get out of here and not die. I like a good safe strat is to use Seraph Beam in shield push. And then usually the enemies are too stunned or, you know, just get destroyed and you just get out for free. Let me out! I said get out for free, but I guess I lied. Oh, that was terrible. What am I doing here? Yeah, these green enemies, these green cubes actually die in like 1 hit usually, so good time shield bounce there. I'm gonna put a piece up here to kill the lumber as soon as he spawns. Yeah, he's toast. I don't think I'll actually get the key out fast enough, so whatever. Killing the lumber quickly is pretty important though, just because they have a lot of health. Ugh. Let's see what rewards I get for doing the 4th one. Crowns, some crystals. Alright, not bad. I'm going into the last floor with no, I have 3 health capsules, which is nice, but I don't have any poison items, so boss fight's gonna be annoying. Not hard, but annoying. Anyways, I do like to start this room by charging magma, because they are 2 dumb puppies. And I just don't like dodging bullets. And then as soon as you kill the gun puppies, you straight into silkings, so. most of this room is just a lot of lichens that like to fuse together, so I don't even bother shooting at them until they're fully fused. Because, you know, it's just easier. I don't have to worry about keeping them separate or anything. You could easily kill the lichen before it fuses. It's usually what they're opening. Like, it's usually the first attack the slime will do when it sees you, but when they do it in, like, the middle of combat, I'm not really expecting it. And you don't have a lot of time to be ready for it. Let's line up there. That should be a crit. Nope. I called it a crit. There's no crits in this game. Anyways, huge serve made crazy damage. I'm gonna actually stand right here so they can move up. And one of them got in the way. I have not gotten a single good charge shot here. Well, that's what a good charge shot looks like. There we go. And then let's just kill the soapbones. That's basically the end of this room. Don't get me in a corner, please. There we go. When the soapbones don't have a heal target, when there's no injured enemies, they'll just kind of roam around, which can actually make them harder to kill if you're healing someone. So I'm going to injure this lichen, so he comes over here, and then the soapbone should be easy. There we go. And we'll put defense on. Yeah, I don't really want to take that damage here, but whatever, he's dead. Oh, I gotta reload. No! If I didn't get that reload, he would have died very quickly. So that reload actually prolonged his life by like a good second. Yeah, nothing really crazy there. Wait, is there a poison vial here? No, it's a sleep vial. Man. No poison for the boss fight, but I do have 3 barriers that'll come in handy, I guess. Woo! Battle Royale. And this boss fight is, honestly, just you nuke him. You just nuke the Slime King. Nuclear damage, and with the Alchemers it's very easy to do that. One of the easiest loadouts for this boss is the Dark Retribution Bomb from the DLC. The Operation Crimson Hammer DLC. Wow, that was a very nice charge shot there to open the fight. I always start by just killing these guys because I don't want them attacking me. The king actually doesn't really get to attack you very much. Except for his invincible spin attack that he does in the third phase, which you can never beat him before he does it. Unless you found like some crazy defense exploit. Yeah, now we're in the second phase, the crown is cracked. Yeah, I don't have any poison, so he's gonna get to heal for free. Most optimal is to enter this fight with like 2 or 3 poison vials. If you enter with 2, you're good, because you can poison him during that second phase when he gets a lot of healing, and then you can poison him as soon as he comes out of this spin attack. He's gonna come out like right about here though, so I'm gonna charge up. I should have used one of the barriers. I think I might be able to kill him now. Yep, alright, cool. As long as you don't mess up an Alchemer switch, you don't get a reload, you usually avoid one little spin cycle. So, but I mean, if I got a double shot and I had to reload, he probably would have had time to start another spin. It's pretty tight to kill him there without poison, because you're basically out DPSing his heal that's coming in. But you know, good luck on the rushes. You can usually have most of the healing slimes die before they get to him. Hey, we got a primal spot there. Neat. And that's a Royal Jelly King. That's Alchemer switching. Try it. That's fun. Like, honestly, I could recommend this game to everybody. It's probably one of my favorite games aside from Team Fortress 2. I mean, honestly, pull up my Steam hours in this game. Like, I don't know if my shift tab shows up, but I have 1,000 hours in this game. It's crazy. And, you know, I have like 7,000 in TF2. I made a video a while back when I was like stupid, when it was like 6,000 hours of TF2, and I was like bored as hell with the game, just playing like Sad Sniper on fucking, what was it, Hoodoo? Yeah, that's jelly gems. I probably have a lot of these boss tokens because I've been doing the speed runs lately. Yeah, I got 30 jelly gems. I could go get a Antigua. I already have all of the 4-star Antiguas though, so or 5-star. The 4 or 5-star Antiguas. But yeah, that's about all the. Okay, the game just died. Well, at least it didn't log me out while I was playing, huh? But that's oh, okay, I don't have to clear the guild MOTD. That's about it for this. I'm probably gonna upload the I haven't uploaded the other speed, my second speed run yet. Well, I PB'd by like 40 seconds almost. Some crazy improvements in that run actually. But I'm probably gonna upload that other run, and then this video will go up a couple days later, maybe, or maybe an hour later. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. But that's Spiral Knights, the most fun thing you can do in this game. Alchemer switching, it's so fun. I love it. But yeah, you can definitely even optimize other weapons. Like it works with any of these 2-shot reload weapons. Well, except for the auto guns, because they lock you in place while you're shooting. But you know, obviously exceptions are exceptions. I have a Prismatech Alchemer that I need to upgrade. It's got CTR low. It's nice. But that's it. Yeah, I'll probably upload this video pretty soon. Later.